Welcome to this special edition we have got. We have got the chairman of Raymonds with us, Mr. Gautam Singhania. Pleasure talking to you, sir.
Thank you.
Well, the brand Raymond for the last close to around a decade, everyone believes that, in fact, that's really class, that's pedigree when you're wearing a suit or any kind of fabric. Your take, what's your vision for the company from here on?
I think at the core of it is product. And what you see why Raymond has gone from strength to strength is really the strong focus on product, coupled with the brand image that it's got today. So I think in the textile apparel space, we're really the number one guys. In the fabric space, clearly number one with no real number two. Mm-hmm. Moving forward, I think is really, expanding this further into rural areas and also going up the value chain, like what you're seeing here in this lounge that you're sitting where this is our new made-to-measure lounge. It's a bespoke lounge, and it's a unique concept that's never been done by anybody in the world.
Right.
And here we're trying to give an experience which is made to measure anything. So from shoes to jeans, track pants, shirts, trousers, jackets, and across fibers. So we're doing even cashmere and vicuna jackets, which is ultra high-end. Leather accessories, khadi, ethnic wear, club wear, party wear, 3D printed accessories. So we're really changing the game. And I think, the only thing that's constant is change.
Well, Mr. Singhania, you've been telling us about the brand. Something new is what you're throwing out to customers as well. In the last couple of years, we've had a couple of challenges. One was GST, you had demonetization as well, but you've always told us that you believe in the India consumption story. Where do you see it headed from here?
Well, I think India consumption, one, of course, is you go down the pyramid. Mm-hmm. But I think there's a big opportunity for us even within our operating market space. Yeah. If you just take the top 50 million consumers in India, how do we sell them more? That's real big consumption. Those numbers are very large. Mm-hmm. So I don't think the India consumption story has gone anywhere. You had the demon, you had the GST. I think GST is good long term. Yeah. And some of these bitter pills you've got to take and move on. So the consumption story is there. I don't think it's gone anywhere.
Well, you have commissioned a couple of facilities, one in Amravati, the other one in Ethiopia as well. So, capex is something that you've put on the table. Now it's time to see revenues as well coming in from the Raymond Group. What kind of a number are you looking at? You must be having some targets in mind. And importantly, people are worried. Wool prices have moved up, cotton prices have moved up. But you would have seen many of such cycles. Your take on some of these raw material costs?
So, I think raw material costs are cyclical. Mm-hmm. And they affect commodity manufacturers more. While they do affect us, but when you're a branded product, it's easier for you to absorb.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that higher costs are justified or good, but it's easier for us to absorb. Also, when you get higher costs, you then look at your own cost structure, mm-hmm. and it forces you to bring in more efficiencies. As far as investment cycle and debt, etc., because I guess that's something you're going to ask, is that we're at the end of our investment cycle. So we had Ethiopia come in, which was primarily to take advantage of the US and Europe, yeah, because we're big garment exporters. Mm-hmm. And of course, Amravati, because we've, if you follow the company, we had only first wool and polywool. Then at some point we started doing polyviscose, which became a big line. Mm-hmm. Then the shirting has become a big line. Yeah. Now the future bets are linen, khadi, made to measure, ethnic wear. These are big verticals for us. And we believe if we get into a market segment, mm-hmm. we must have some manufacturing for the same, because that's where the technology is developed, that's where the high value products are made. And that's really given Raymond a strength over the last 95 years to make the best products in the world.
At one point of time, the barometer of success was the share price. The stock would have doubled in the last 3 years. Where do you see your shareholding go? And are you a buyer at these levels?
Well, the fact that I bought shares in the market and it's disclosed information, yeah, is I believe there's great value in it. Number two, I believe in my company. So the fact that I am willing to invest in my own share and I have bought at levels higher than what it is today, yes, clearly answers your question.
So do you have a particular target that you want to take the promoter shareholding to?
That's an internal target I won't discuss.
But you're a buyer at these levels?
Well, I have bought. So whether I'm a buyer today or not is not for me to say, but the fact is I bought at 900 levels, 950 levels. 1,000 rupees I bought. So that's all disclosed. So if I'm a buyer at 1,000, I'm certainly a buyer at 750.
Absolutely. All right. So you're a buyer at around at these levels, and you're believing in the company. But there's been, a particular segment of the market or parts of the market that are getting a little nervous, and that's where you've seen the share prices down nearly around 30-35%. So one school of thought is, well, the valuations caught up. The other school of thought is maybe the business is not really being valued. You have the Thane land with you. You have an FMCG business as well. So what are the plans? Let's focus on the Thane land first. You've told us that,
okay,
20 acres.
Let me answer your question.
Yeah.
Fundamentally, we don't really look at the stock price. We do the right thing.
Absolutely.
The stock price will follow. We're not here to make the stock price go up and do things accordingly.
Right.
That's not how we work. We want to do the right thing and focus on our business. And I honestly don't understand the stock market.
Yeah.
One day it goes up, one day it comes down, nothing changes within 24 hours.
That's true.
There's not something like that. So, but having said that, we will do whatever it takes, which I've repeatedly said, to create shareholder value.
Yeah, and you have repeatedly said that as well in terms of Thane land, non-core assets, as well as growing the FMCG business. So you have said that in the past, but can we look at some timelines? You would be having some timelines in mind, isn't it, Mr. Singhania?
The board has approved a 20-acre project.
Yeah.
The details will be presented.
Yeah.
But you have to understand, with land in this country, all land comes with issues.
True.
I think 99% of this land in this country has got issues.
Right.
So we've really spent the last 2-3 years cleaning up all these parcels of land.
Yeah.
Now you don't see that. Or you probably wonder what's going on. But let me assure you that value creation is paramount on my mind.
Right.
Now, every time I go and get a permission, I don't come and tell you. I'm not obliged to tell anybody that I've got this permission or not.
Yeah.
But the fundamental issue is that I am the largest shareholder in the company.
Right. You're talking about permissions. I think it's 140 acres, right? All permissions have come through in terms of that land?
We're in the right direction.
The 20-acre project that you're talking about, Mr. Singhania, comes with some capex as well of around 300 crores approximately. So we'll keep that aside for now, and we'll wait for you to unlock value out there. But with the remainder of the land, is there a possibility of sellout of maybe 10 acres, 20 acres in the next couple of years? Is that a possibility?
Like I said, we'll do whatever it takes to create shareholder value.
And the time span in the next couple of years?
We are open to it every day. We look at it every day, every week. That's the top priority. I'm not able to tell you exactly what we're doing, because nothing is done. Like they say, it's not done till it's done.
Okay, so let's keep the land then at the side. You said you have, you have a roadmap for it, so we'll wait for that to play out. Let's talk about the other non-core assets, the auto space, the hardware business. Now, those businesses, they're
doing very well.
They're doing well.
Extremely well.
But at some point of time, would you be looking at a buyer for both those?
Show me the money. I'm a seller. I have demonstrated in my career that I'm not averse to buying and selling businesses. Show me the right price and I'm happy to sell it today.
But we have heard that before.
Show me the money. Are you willing to buy it?
Has someone shown you the money to now?
If somebody had shown me the money, it would have been gone by now. See, listen, when you buy or sell something, at a particular price, you'll sell it.
Right.
But you might sell it. You might be looking at other options.
Right.
The fact is, philosophically, it's on our radar.
Yeah.
How to skin that asset or monetize it or whatever we have to do. Selling is one option.
Right.
That doesn't mean we're not looking at other things.
Could the other things include a demerger of business? And
it could be anything.
Okay.
Okay. The fact is, I'm not at liberty to tell you what we're doing.
Absolutely.
But that doesn't mean we're not looking.
True.
Sometimes these things take longer than you expect. But the fundamental issue is that we are fully focused on creating value.
Absolutely. All right. So fully focused on enhancing shareholders' value. That's the message that you're sending out to the audience.
That's been a consistent message. And if you actually don't look at the last 2 months, I don't understand why when something negative happens and we take a very short-term view. And let's take 3 years. I took over shareholder control of this company in 2015, February.
Right.
We're in 2018. Look what the stock was then. Look what it is today.
Yeah.
Even at a depressed value from what the peak was, it's still done better, almost as good or better than the market.
So I'm taking a 3-year view then. What about you? You're assuring your shareholders that we'll see some action on Thane land?
I can't assure anything. Because can you assure me what the political situation will be? Can you assure me what Trump is going to do? I mean, today we live in a world which is governed a lot by external factors.
Right.
We're not living in an isolated world. So my intention is correct, but I can't assure anything.
Okay. All right, let's focus on a smaller part of your business, your FMCG business. You've been quite bullish over there. It's doing roughly around 500 crores approximately. What's the roadmap there? Do you have a particular target in mind in terms of scalability of that business? Is there a possibility you list that business separately? You must be having a plan, right?
We had a partner in JK Ansell. We bought the partner out.
Yeah.
The FMCG business, we brought in a whole new management team. We put a focus into it. We revamped the board. We have an external chairman. This is the only promoter-listed company, holding company, where a promoter has stepped off as chairman of the company.
Right.
Why are we doing all this? Rajiv Bakshi has become chairman of the company. We have an independent board. I'm one director. So now that company is in a different space. It's got its own growth plans. Now, the chairman of the company runs that company. And he's a hardcore FMCG professional. The 3-year and 5-year growth plans are being worked out. But eventually, the bottom line is the same. How do Raymonds shareholders get value out of this?
Right.
We're in the business of making money.
Right.
That's what we got to do.